Hi, welcome to Module 4. So up until now, we've talked about Freud and psychoanalysis, and then talked about Jung and how his analytic psychology deviated a lot from Freud's views to the point where they didn't get along. So now we're going to discuss the ego psychologists. Now, the one difference here is that the ego psychologists were all still fairly loyal disciples of Freud and psychoanalysis. So they still follow the very similar principles about the structure of personality. The difference is that they put more emphasis on the ego. So they still believe the ego and the id and the superego were all part of the structures of personality, but they just put more research emphasis and discussion about the development of what they consider to be the really core part of a person. So we start the chapter discussing Anna Freud, who is Freud's daughter, and she was also one of the first psychologists to work with children. So her theories evolved from her work with kids. And then we move on to Heinz Hartmann, who is considered the father of ego psychology, and he really developed this area. And then the bulk of the chapter, and the most well-known of all, is Erik Erikson. And although it will discuss various parts of his theory, the main contribution he made was to the psychosocial stages of cognitive or of personality development. So he was the first to say, it's not just about biology. The social forces and cultural forces also have a huge impact, and that development occurs throughout the lifespan. So if there's one area to really pay attention to, it's to his stages of development, including what he believes the virtues are that we achieve at each of those stages. So enjoy reading about the last chapter around the psychodynamic movement.